or even planning. So no one is allowed wearing your outerwear during the event on. The second thing is do not peel the plastic of the chairs. Do not peel the plastic of the chairs you are sitting on. The third one is please kindly collect your phones to refill. Please kindly collect your phone filthy. And then the last one is do not littering and snacks are not allowed during the toilet break. Snacks are not allowed during the toilet break. Do I make it clear? Hi. Do I make myself clear? Okay, thank you very much.
So ini formnya tadi kayaknya pernah mematikan inilah. Ceknya sir. Oh FN. Oke. Tadi dulu.
Udah live ya kan?
Oh sih.
Udah live ya guys? Ini bisa memang guys?
Enggak ada si Queen doang. Nah, Miss mau welcoming Kevin. harusnya kurang briefing. Kevin, Nesha, 10 guys.
Once upon a time isn't just for fairy tales, it's how every real story begins too. Once upon a time, someone thought I'll do it later was a plan. Once upon a time, I let myself stay in the circle of comfort zone. My once upon a time started when I was in grade 7. When I look at my lesson schedule, there's one subject that catch my eyes. Public speaking. At the time, I was wondering, what are we supposed to do in this public speaking class? Talking the whole time, or what? Then it's time for public speaking class. First thing first, the teacher introduced public speaking to the students. And now, I know what public speaking is and how important public speaking could be in the future. Then, we're given a task to make a speech draft and we'll count one by one to present it in front of the class. We had about almost a week to make the speech draft and memorize it. But, guys, I have a quite different plan. I postponed it until the day before it. At night, I made the raw speech draft. Then, at morning, before I come to school, I rushed myself to finish the rest of the speech of the topic that I choose. I repeated that habit grade 7, grade 8, at the beginning of grade 9, whenever it counts for public speaking, like presentation or speeches. Same pattern repeated. I will wait until the day before it, or at least 2 days before, the Speak Up Summit or maybe public speaking sessions comes. In the end, I never had enough time to memorize it because what? The speech draft wouldn't even finish yet. How can I memorize it? Then I stood in front of the class with 2 perfect paragraphs, then blank for a while. And I start with what's on my mind. What? Why? Because I took deadline as granted so many times that it became my comfort zone. Not until the Speak Up Summit comes and change me. Because what do you mean we have mentors to guide us to prepare our speech and help us whenever we struggle? Without the Speak Up Summit sessions, I won't stand right here, right now, talking in front of you with what I wrote to my mentors. This speech, these words, they exist because I finally stopped taking deadline as granted. They exist because I finally step out of my comfort zone that seems protecting myself but actually wasting my time. I'm still in grade 9 and I'm still at this school. But I still get nervous whenever it comes for public speaking like presentation or speeches. But the difference is, this time I write. I write the bad sentence I can get to the good one. Fellow audiences, your once upon a time deserve an ending you actually prepared for, and a happily ever after, where you respect your time so much to give it away to fear. Because every once upon a time is just waiting for someone who's brave enough to turn the page, even if the first page is blank for 40 minutes. I am Yesa, thank you.
Thank you very much, Niesa. Now we would like to hear from the evaluators. Please welcome the first evaluator, Miss Wulan.
Okay, good morning everybody.
Good morning.
Please give a big applause to Niesa. Okay, Niesa. I saw you today. You look so beautiful, your voice is so soft, and then your title is about Once Upon a Time. I think in front of the stage you want to tell about the story. We think here where you want to tell about, your speech is about storytelling. But when I heard your speech is very wonderful. You open your speech for the first time, you tell about some of your Once Upon a Time. And then you start to go to the main point of your problem. You talk about the subject of public speaking. The first, you don't know what is it, and then how useful is it, and then you give us the lesson about public speaking. Then you tell about your habitual. You practice your speech 2 days before. So the problem from your speech is here. You always delay. So I think I get the message of your speech today. So when you got the lesson, when you got the turn to do something, first don't delay for everything. If you start to delay, you think that, I can remember it. It's easy to me to remember everything at the end of the time. But actually, prepare more is better result. Give you a better result. I think that is your message of the story, your speech, and then your choice of words is very simple. How the way you conclude your speech is very smooth, and then I like your voice. It's not too high, not too low, but yes, I think I heard like you tell a story about you yourself. And then the things that I like is your closing. You said to everybody, respect your time. So once more time, delay is bad for us, and then prepare is much better. I think that's all for me. Thank you for the answer.
Thank you for your meaningful feedback, Miss Wulan. Now, let us proceed to the second evaluator. Please welcome Sir Agassi.
Once upon a time, I thought it is titled about the storytelling, about the fiction story, but you give me the different answer. It's about yourself. Congratulations, Nesha, because you already give me a chance to enter your world with your title. And before I start, please give a big hand for Nesha. Today, I will give my evaluation to Nesha about your speech. Your speech is really amazing and engaging. And Nesha, during your speech, I can show and I can listen you clearly with your story until the end of your conclusion. This is really great. Nesha, during your speech, I have some point to Nesha to add for the next speech. Is about your pace. Your pace during your speech is need to be slowed down and stop when you have entered the sentence key and emphasize your key message to the audience, including me. Nesha, your speech is really good. You need to put more expression because it's about the storytelling. Storytelling, you need Nesha to attract all the audience, including me, to enter your world, your story. And even your success, you need to put more expression so we can see how the story runs. You need to add this point for your next speech when you Niesha to bring the storytelling for the next phase. The conclusion what I need to give you is about the slowdown to emphasize some important point when you deliver your speech to us, and put more expression when you put the story so everybody here, including me, can jump deeper to your story. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for your constructive evaluation, Saragasi. Now, this is the time to hear from the third evaluator. Evaluator from the floor, please welcome Varga Tua di Bumi Munte.
Congratulations, Nyesa, for being brave and speak up in front of the stage. And I really like your title that said "Once Upon a Time." At first, I thought it was a story like Sagasi said and Miss Ulan, but when I heard it, you tell us about your personal experience about public speaking. And what I like is your body movement. You move around the stage, and also your vocal clarity. You speak good, and everyone can hear what you speak of. And however, I need to tell you something that you need to fix. The first is your facial expression when you tell something. When I see you tell your success at something, you should make your facial expression happy, like you laugh or something like that. And if you are fail or don't achieve something, you need to make your face sad or something like that. And I think it is just that all of your speech was great, and I really like to hear from you next time. Thank you.
Thank you for your feedback, Varga. Now we have 1 minute of silence. Bisa aku bikin sendiri.
Tinggal jepit kasih dia.
Tinggal jepit.
Iya. Mic-nya juga kasih dia ya, Bang.
Iya. Saya Now, for the second speaker, we have a sharp and stage-hungry thinker, ready to conquer every stage he is given. Coming up to the stage, Filbert Brantoff. Filbert Brantoff. Mirrors. Mirrors, Filbert Brantoff.
Pas di mana sini? Pas.
You cannot achieve that dreams. You cannot get a small tiny things from this biggest world. And even you cannot achieve what do baby can achieve. Just now is someone feelings when they get lose what they think is important in their life. Even me and you also feel the same feeling too. So that's why now we want to talk about mirrors. Not the glass one, but the way they show us our version of ourselves that we can choose to believe in or reject. A long time ago, I am a normal student that is underestimates everything. I thought I am the smartest student ever because I can do a big things without study. First in first, I think it's cool and do these things in repeatedly until it's suddenly becoming my habits. Habits is when someone do a things inconsistently. Like me, my habits make me ignore my homework and do not prepare for my exam. Until there is a moment where school give us a task just like an exam, but the school want to take the best student for each subject to join the club which name Platos. Me as the underestimated student in my class just like do that things without any seriously, but luckily I can win and join that club. Suddenly, the bad feeling comes into my heart and say, only that, I even not warming up yet. Until then, because of my bad feeling, it make my habits becoming more consistent. Until then, I joined my first math competition, which is I'm not prepared in that competition, and just things like I will be win in that competition. Especially, I answered 14 questions of them, but what do I get? I get 6. Yeah, 6. What kind of 6? 6 score, not 6 rank or places. Which is 6 score is very, very bad and trouble. And I want to ask you some question. Do my underestimate help me? Yeah, no, they don't. Even in that time, some of my friends is taking easy of me. Wanna be sad, angry, or even cry? It is too late. And it is 100% of my fault. So I can do anything. But I know a mirror doesn't judge you for where you are. It simply shows you who you are right now. That's powerful because right now it's the only time you can change. And I have a truth. People can underestimate you, people can booing at you, people can loving at you, but there is one person that is more powerful than them all. To find this person, it's easy. You just stand out in front of the mirror and suddenly you find the correct person and you will love it. I am Filbert. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Gilbert. Now we would like to hear from the evaluators. Join me in welcoming the first evaluator, Sir Agassi.
Mirror international high. Mirror is always shown truly we are. And I am amazed to Wilbur and a courage to share your experience to us. Please give a big round of applause to Wilbur. Wilbur, I am really impressed with your story. You are reading yourself and said to us about your experience. How your hard work to achieve something. I'm really impressed for your speech. Gilbert, your speech is only strength. What I need to you to improve is about your gesture. Your form is always same. It's better for you, Gilbert, to explore more about the hand gesture what the meaning of every movement. You can practice in the mirror. Yeah, like your title, mirror. Because mirror doesn't lie, so you are also. And the mirror can help you to practice. And after the mirror, you can practice to your friend and ask their opinion. It's really more have benefit to you to add some point from your friends to your speech, including me when I was give your point to improve your speech for the next. And the second is about control your emotion. I noticed when you give us something funny, the audience and include me is loud, but however, you need to control your emotion. You know about the, I will give the example from the artist what I saw is Raditya from the stand-up comedy. When everyone loud, he will structure the point you need to send to us. So even you lost the sentence, you can add from your speech, your improvisation to your speech, and everyone can listen, and you don't need to stop until a moment. The conclusion what I need to give you is about the hand gesture. You need to explore more and about the structure. It's not about structure for your speech, but you need to remember how many points you need to deliver. After 1 point, you enter the 2 points, after that the 3 points. You need to remember that. I believe your speech for the next is really amazing. Thank you.
Thank you for your valuable comments, Sir Agassi. Now, let us hear from the second evaluator, Ms. Wulan.
Okay, hi Filbert. what is mirror about? So when you tell about your speech, oh, I know, mirror is about you yourself. You want to replace mirror as you yourself to everybody. The good thing from your speech, I think we got your opening. When you open your speech, you tell about how or some people cannot achieve what they want. And then, in the middle of your speech, you tell about your own experience, about you as a mirror. The things that you always underestimate something, your habit ignore how to do homework, and then not prepare for exam. And then you got the main point that your habit is make a bad point for your life. You answer 14, but you only got 6 scores. So I think for your message, I get your message from your speech. It's about you yourself as a mirror. Then for closing, I think you have to give more powerful closing. In the middle of your story, at the first of your story, of your speech, you look so confident. And then you can move slowly, you make your stage as your own, you move left, you move right. And then you look like forget your speech. You always close your eyes, give some space, and then keep quiet, then to remember again. And then I think it's okay if you forget your speech, just keep talking about you yourself. If you want to try to remember, don't look like you want to remember something. You can do everything because the stage is yours. If I may suggest that for your conclusion, because the story is about yourself, you can tell more spiritful. You can say like, the title is mirror. You can say never ever underestimate anything. Make me as your mirrors, maybe like that. And then, but most of all, I like your speech here. How the way you speak, and then your vocal variety is good, not too high, not too low, and then you choose good intonation, and then you choose easy words to understand. I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you for your clear evaluation, Ms. Ulan. Now, it is time to welcome the evaluation from the floor, Muhammad Nabil Hasibullah.
I heard about your title, what you really are. There are some few things that I would like to highlight from your speech here. First thing is that your title makes people like very curious, which is a very good thing. You want people to be intrigued in your speech. And the second is how you talk. You talk like you're making it like easygoing, so people can, it doesn't feel too bland for people to hear. But there are also some few things that I think that you need to really work on. The first is how you on the stage, when you have a few lines that make the audience laugh, you also seem to like laugh with the audience. You want your emotions to be more controlled so that your speech would be more powerful, just like what Saagasi said back then. And other is that you seem to forget about your lines. Well, I understand about that. People get nervous, people forget things, but when you forget about your lines, I don't think it's a very good idea to just stand still and make it really look like you forget your lines. I think you can do other things like walk around the stage, because, well, the stage is yours, and also that you don't seem to move a lot on the stage. The stage, you can move from the right to the left when you talk about your speeches. And so, yeah, I think that's what I can evaluate from Filbert. Once again, congratulations for successfully delivering your speech, and once again, round of applause to Filbert. Thank you for your performance today, and back to the MC.
Thank you very much, Filbert. Now you may go back to your seat. And audience, now we have 1 minute of silence. Now, moving on to our third speaker. She is a cheerful, fearless student who challenged herself into public speaking world. Coming up to the stage, Naila Adinda Shakira.
Good morning, everyone. Just like my title, to be what I want, or we could say dreams. Dreams not only appears in our sleep, but dreams is what we want to achieve. As we know, all of you have your own dreams, right? Some want to be a doctor, police, or an astronaut, and some want to be a teacher, chef, and etc. But as far as I know, I have decided to be a chef because I want to learn how to cook, make others happy, and food. Another reason is that once, when I saw a chef in a restaurant, he made a very delicious meal for others. And after that, I start to wonder, what if I become a chef in the future? I can satisfy people eating the food that I make. Plus, this not only helps put a smile on other face, but my dream can benefit for myself as well. Like, for example, if I become a chef in the future, I can satisfy people eating the food that I make. And perhaps I could also learn a few tricks in cooking, so that maybe it will be easier for me to make delicious food that can make others or even myself happy. The last reason I want to be a chef is because my mother. My mother always cook delicious food for me every morning. My mom always cook some food for me before she go to work. Even if she tired, she still cook some food for me. For me, my mother is the best person. I always tell to my mother if I want to be a chef, and my mom always support me about that. And she always said to me, if you want to be a chef, you have to put some effort to your work. So guys, if you want to achieve your dream, you have to put some effort to your work. Remember, a job is not making money, but always making us happy. That's all from me. Thank you.
Naila Adinda Shakira, To Be What I Want. A very good title, I will say. Thank you very much, Naila. And now we would like to hear from the evaluators. Please give a warm welcome to the first evaluator, Miss Lala. Okay, Saragasi, I forgot. Sorry.
To be what I want. This is the powerful statement. It reflects our dream. And I know your dream to become a chef, right? Yeah. Please give applause to Nela. Thank you, Nela, to share to us about your dream. I'm really happy when I listen your dream to become a chef. So you can make some dish and cook something delicious to the others. It's really good dreams. Nela, because this is the evaluation, I just want to give you some input to make Nela better for the next scene. Nela, I noticed you very active around your stage, right? Yeah, I know. I don't want to give judge you because maybe you are nervous, but I have the key for you to more relax. Because for the eye contact, we need to focus the audience, right? So the eye contact you need to see for the audience. It's not the eye, but the forehead. I already experienced because when I deliver the speech in the stage and when someone enter the seat here, I forgot what I want to say. But the key is don't see the eye of the audience, just see for the forehead. The aim is always to the audience, but you don't need to see the eye. Because it's too far away, no one notice you see the eyes or not. Just see for the forehead. It will make you more relaxed. And the second is about your structure. Maybe you forget about the structure for the body, especially for the body. The opening is already great. For the body, maybe you are forget about the arrangement to the point and the other point. You need to focus on what your personal experience, so it's easy to remember. Don't put the others like the other's opinion. Just put more about your experience. What you want to become a chef? What the reason? And what you need to do for achieve your dream. That's it. Just share to us about your dreams and how to achieve your plan to achieve your dreams. And for your silent moment, when you are forget Nela something for your speech, just the mouth is just remember in your mind. Don't just say something but it doesn't have voice. Yeah, because this is my experience. I ever do like you, Nela, so it's okay. And what I want to say is just a practice. Even me, I'm still do that, but in the States, I try to be calm, try to relax. This is your friend, this is your family here. No one stranger here, so you need to relax. I hope this opinion and input can help you grow for the next piece. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts, Saragasi. Moving on, please welcome the second evaluator, Miss Wulan.
Good morning, Naila. Please give a big applause to Naila. It's okay, dear. Nervous don't make you bad, but nervous make you learn. Okay? Naila, I really like your speech. Your title is To Be What I Want. So, to be what you want is about your dream. So, first, you start your opening with say good morning and then tell about your title. And then, when you start in the middle, you want to talk about your experience. What is your ambition? You want to be a chef. The first thing that we need to remember, I need to remember that I get your main point. Your main point, if you want to be a chef, the chef is your dream, and then why you want to become a chef. You want to make people happy. And then who support you become a chef? Your mom become your best support to become a chef. So I think the best thing is I get your message from your speech. But if I may suggest, this is how the way I start my speech. First of all, if I give you some suggestions how to make the speech more easier to remember. First, choose the interesting topic. I think your topic is very interesting. And then the second is choose a good title that make people curious about your speech. So I think your title also, To Be What I Want, is a good title also. It's also make me curious, what is that? What to be what I want to be mean. And then third, tell your own story. It's more easier to remember your own experience rather to remember the text. So next time if you want to make the speech, make that speech replace or make that speech connected with your own experience. So if you forget, when you forget, you remember about your own experience. It's more easier to remember. Then, when you close your speech, better you choose full power closing. Maybe with quotes that conclude your speech. You said just now, so everybody can remember how the way you send your speech with your conclusions at the end. I think it's very wonderful when you want to try. Don't be ashamed, don't be shy. It's okay. I also like that before. Like Agassi said, all of here not judge you because all of you is your friend. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you for your helpful remarks, Ms. Wulan. Now, please welcome the evaluator from the floor, Michelle Faustina Sembiri.
Naila, your speech To Be What I Want feels like something a lot of people can relate to, but the way you delivered it made it feel more personal, like it really come from you not just from the words. And there are a few things I really appreciated from your speech. First, your opening question was a really strong start, because it immediately invited the audience to think and got us engaged from the beginning. The second, I really like how every point you gave had a reason or an example, because it helped the audience not only understand but also imagine and feel what you were saying. And my favorite part was your lesson about your mom, because it felt very personal and heart-touching. And Nila, I know it's hard speaking in front of many people, but I really like how you want to try to fight with your fear. However, for your body language, especially your hand gesture, they felt like a bit repetitive, and you move quite often from side to side, which can be a bit distracting. You can try to choosing when to stay centered, move right or left, so your movement feels more meaningful and not just continuous. Second, for your vocal variety, your tone was quite flat, especially when you were asking yourself a question. So it sounded more like a statement. It's better for you to match your intonation with the meaning. And there were moments when you tried to recall your lines, which can reduce your connection with the audience. You can memorize your speech more and also practice in front of the mirrors. But overall, Nila, this was a really meaningful performance, and I believe the way you share it to be what I want can also inspire others to start becoming what they want. I'm Michelle, and I can't wait to see your next performance. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much, Nila. Now you may go back to your seat. And audiences, we now have 1 minute of silence. Now 1 minute has passed, and please go back to your seat, audiences. Up next, to our fourth speaker. She has a kind and creative soul, ready to spread her creativity into public speaking world. Coming up to the stage, Naila Aska Rafifa. Naila Aska Rafifa, the mystery of life. The mystery of life, Naila Aska Rafifa.
that always have a hidden treasure. In my opinion, life is like a mystery. Every step we take, there must a hidden treasure. Not like a gold or a diamond, but experience and purpose of our life. And our task is to find our treasure. But the problem is sometimes we often walk too fast and forget to stop for a moment. In fact, along the journey, there are so many small things that actually valuable. Even sometimes we don't know how the treasure of life will come. Maybe it can come in form of a failure that will teach us how to be stronger, or happiness that will teach us how to be grateful. That's all a part of a journey that will shape who we are. And then I want to tell one more thing that always make our life more mystery. This is what we call faith. Sometimes what faith say isn't always the same what we want. Sometimes the word if always across in my mind. Like 3 years ago, I didn't plan to school in here, but faith say otherwise. My parents still put me here. At first, I feel it wasn't what I want. But day by day, I realized and start being grateful for that. Because if I'm not schooling here, I will not stand here speak English. And also, I will not meet all of my friends here. For me, that's one of the life treasure. Sometimes the thing we didn't plan for, but turn out it holds a hidden meaning. And from that I learned something. Faith is worked quietly, but have a meaning in that. In the end, life isn't just a journey to the final goals. Life is a process that's full of a mystery. Every step has a meaning, and we must to find a meaning in every step and don't be afraid of the mystery. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Naila. Now we would like to hear from the evaluators. Please give a warm welcome to the first evaluator, Miss Lala.
Hi, good morning, Naila. Well, it was a very interesting speech with an interesting title. So if Naila's hidden treasure is your experience and purpose, and my treasure today is seeing Naila confidently deliver your speech on stage this morning. Please give a big round of applause for Naila. Well, Naila, Miss Lala has witnessed you since the very first time you started to learn English, especially back then a few years ago when you were just a primary student. And look at you here today, how you've grown, and I can say that I am very proud on how you're progressing today. So thank you very much for keep on improving yourself here. Well, there are several things that I really want to appreciate from Naila's performance this morning. The very first thing is the smile on your face. So I really love the smile on your face. Start from the very first time you're coming on stage when Kevin called your name. So you look so bright and confident, and it seems like ready to deliver your speech today. And it is a plus point for a speaker to set up a good energy on the entrance. Thank you very much for that. And then the second thing is that Ms. Lala has observed how Naila really took an effort on your eye contact to the audiences, and you try to communicate to your audiences not only with your speeches, with your words, but also with your eyes. Yeah, so you put that your words, and I can say that this is very good for you to apply that, and you seem on improving on how you engage your audiences with your eyes. And then the third thing is that the use of your hand gestures. Well, this hand gesture is really meaningful when you try to emphasize several things and use your hand to help you connect more with your speeches. So that is a plus point in your speeches. However, Naila, this is a tool for you to make it more even powerful speech in the future. So I have two important notes here. The first thing is pace. So dear Naila, what Miss will pay attention is your first line. So it was a very great opening. Life always has a hidden treasure, experience and purpose. That was the highlight of your opening, isn't it? Well, what I have observed is that you were saying that in a kind of rush run, and you were like having no pausing moment and not letting us the audiences to grab what do you mean as clear. So in another opportunity, I hope Naila can take a little bit more pausing moment and let the audiences absorb your sentences, especially in the opening. At times, Naila set up the tone of the whole speech and grab the audience attention. So that is the key point when Naila start the speech, and also Naila need to make sure that you put the correct pausing moment. And also the transition between the opening, the body and the closing, you seem like deliver your speech like just go on without any kind of, well, this is the transition part from my opening and my body. That's what we miss in your speeches. So next time in the future, I do hope to see you become more relaxed and control your pace when you are delivering your speech. And then the second thing is that your speech structure. Well, you are telling us about your hidden treasure, which is your experience and your purpose, and especially your experience being the student in Permata Bangsa School. However, the climax of the story is kind of too short for being packed as the whole story of the speeches. So yes, you give us like warm words to the audiences to actually relate with your speeches. Yes, you were, but you didn't put a deeper explanation of what actually happened to you here in Permata Bangsa School. Like you didn't tell us your further journey and your resolution and your realization. So what makes you really being awakened by your mystery of life, being able to get a chance to study here. So I'm sure that it will be easier for you to connect deeper to the audiences if you put more and deeper explanation in your speech structure, especially in your body and your personal experiences. So the stories will be more personal and will be more relatable to the audiences. However, overall, you have done a very great job this morning, and I am very proud and very grateful that I've been witnessing you since the day one you learned English, and look at you today. You stand tall very bravely, very powerfully on stage, and I just believe that bigger and bigger stage will wait for you in the future. Thank you very much, Naila.
Thank you very much for your clear and kind feedback, Ms. Fa. Now, let's continue with the second evaluator, Sir Lutfi.
Okay. Good morning, Naila. You have a really great title from your speech. At first, when I heard your title, The Mystery of Life, I thought like, what mystery of life that a 14 years old could discover? But then it turns out to be a really great speech from you. Please, everyone, join me in giving a big round of applause to Naila. Naila, thank you. So Naila, I noticed that you are a very good storyteller. From the way you deliver your speech, you give a really good intonations in delivering your speech. You also give a facial expressions that represent your story, also a purposeful movement. I really enjoy your speech today, and I really, I thought like, oh, she could be a very great storyteller in the future. So Naila, as Miss Naura already told you about giving the feedbacks to you, and I really agree to what Miss Naura said. And today I would like to emphasize one thing, which is pacing, just like Miss Naura already shared to you, which pacing is really important in delivering a speech. And that's the thing that you really need to remember. If later on you will have another chance to deliver a speech, pacing is one of the most important thing in delivering a speech. Because, you know, as I noticed, you open your speech with a very great quotes. I really like the quotes, but then you did it with such a rush pace, which I noticed as not well delivered. It could be done better if you did a great pacing. So you make the pacing is just done in a rush, because especially in a very important message such as opening, closing, and for example the message, the main message of your speech, it really needs great pacing. So don't be in a rush when you're delivering the key points of your speech. Overall, Naila, your speech was very enjoyable. I really like it, and I really hope that you could deliver a better speech in the future. Thank you very much, Naila.
Thank you for your thoughtful evaluation, Mr. Lutfi. And Naila, please welcome the evaluator from the floor, Stefanus Halil.
Naila, the mystery of life. So, when the first time I heard about your title, I'm really curious about what kind of mystery that you could discover in your whole life, just like what Sir Lutfi has said. And you are using your opening, using the word that life is full of mystery. You know, it's really a good start giving a powerful point about your own title. And from your speech, I get the main point. And the main point is, life is something that you can predict, and every life has its own mystery. And now I have several things that I can evaluate from yourself. The first one is from the pace. So when you're talking in front of us in the stage, you're looking like you're in a rush and you want to finish your speech as fast as possible. By doing that, you're giving the audience not enough time to absorb your word and make people can really understand the main point. And you have to say it twice. Second, you have a really good hand gesture. When you talk and you're using your own hand gesture, it gives like a really powerful point about what you are saying. And last one, your movement is really simple. You are just walking around using your hand gesture, making the stage is really making you feel like you own the stage and no one can interrupt you. So it is a really good opportunity today to hear you talking in front of us, and maybe that's all I can evaluate from you. Thank you.
Thank you, Stefanus. And Naila, now you can go back to your seat. Fellow friends, you may now take a 5-minute break to use toilets. No snacks is allowed during this break. Thank you and see you in 10 minutes. 5 minutes.
Lumayan, tapi nggak terlalu. Abis ini table topic dulu bang. Iya.
5 minutes has passed. Please go back to your seat and be quiet. Kindly be quiet and please go back to your seat. I remind you, 5 minutes has passed. Please go back to your seat and kindly be quiet. Please be quiet, audiences. We will start right now. Respected teachers and evaluators, proud parents and fellow friends, welcome back to Up Summit 7.0. Wow, well done to all the speakers so far. I'm sure I've been witnessing many amazing performances. Now, moving on to one of the most exciting parts of the session. Can anyone guess what it is? Correct! The one and only table topic session. For this session, it's not me who will lead. Please join me to welcome a cheerful friend who will lead the table topic session for today. Please welcome our table topic master today, Stephanie Pebina Boru Sendiri.
Kata Miss Wala kok, kata Miss Rahma kok beda gini. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to table topic session. My name is Stephanie Pebina, and I'm honored to be your table topic master today. Friends, this session is where we practice thinking quickly and expressing our ideas clearly. Each speaker will be given a question and will have 1 to 2 minutes to answer. But before we start, let me check your readiness first. Everybody, are you ready? I don't see any spirit on you. Let's do it one more time. Everybody, are you ready? All right, let's begin. Friends, I will choose the speaker from this fishbowl randomly. Kindly join me in welcoming our first speaker, Tegasina Unas. you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be? Tegas Sinabutar.
So, if I can go around the world, I will go to Switzerland. Why? Because I think Swiss is so beautiful. There's a mountain, lake,
Apa? Kanan
Ya.
ya udah kan nggak mau pencet kau lagi, kau tengok lah. Ini nanti kalau dia siap ngomong aku salam lagi. Kalau dia siap ngomong aku salam dia lagi. Nggak tahu, aku nggak tanya Miss Lala.
So, one day, me, my family, and my friend will go to Swiss in the summer. Thank you.
Thank you, Tegas. I hope one day you can go there and make your dreams come true. Now, let's continue with our second speaker. Please welcome Didi. Didi, who inspired you and why? Who inspired you and why Didi? Pasangnya kayak mana? Tes. The question is, who inspired me? For me, who inspired me is my mom. Because my mom is kind and always trust me and always support me anywhere. And my mom very kind to me. He always give money for me to buy snack, yeah, like citato, food in canteen, and others. Coba kocok lagi. Why I inspire my mom? Because my mom is my hero. Mom always make food for me, make meal eat morning. I drink it, get my clothes and my shirt to go to school and anything. If I don't have my mom like my mom, I maybe become lazy or something. Because my mom always to want me to discipline and more more active, and that's all for me. Thank you. I hope your mom continue motivate you to do your best. Nggak bisa dibuka. Now we proceed to our third speaker. Please give a big hand to Angel. favorite childhood memory? What is your favorite childhood memory? Ask me.
Kok bisa duduk? Adalah, bukannya bisa nggak bisa duduk. Mau lah, kamu nggak mau duduk?
I think my favorite childhood memory is when I still less renang. Why I like less renang? Because I very like to swim, and I very like water. When I have a less renang, in there I have many friends, such as Lintang as my friend, and my brother Rifan. And swim make me relax and make me more tranquil. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Asmi, for sharing your childhood memory. I hope those memories could continue to bring you joy.
Gak bisa dibuka, aku gemeter. Gak bisa dibuka.
Now, let's move to our next speaker, Aga. What makes a good friend? What makes a good friend, Aga?
Pasang di sini. Bisa dijepit. Nggak mau lah, malu aku.
Thank you, Aga. The next speaker is Shirlin. What is one thing that you want to improve from yourself? What is one thing you want to improve from yourself, Shirlin?
One thing I want to improve for myself is my confidence. I feel I don't confident to speak in front of many people like this.
I want to improve so I could talk in front of many people. I always try to confident in front of many people, but I out in my heart. I always feel they judge me, they say bad thing about me, and so what I want to improve for myself is to improve my confidence. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Shirlyn, for your wonderful answer. And now, our final speaker for today is Sejak Karen. Gak ada. Adik biasa. Gak bisa dibuka dong. Gak bisa dibuka. Gak bisa ada lagi. Siapa nih? And now, our final speaker for today is Dairan. Kenapa itu kayak gitu-gitu itu? Our final speaker for today is Alice. Gak ada mudah. And now, our final speaker for today is Rafael Nevan. What is a skill that you always want to learn? Rafael Nevan.
Sini.
So, the skill I want to learn is I can speaking in stage. Why? Because I want to be a better and be a good student in this school. And be confident student. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you to all our speakers for stepping up and taking the challenge. And thank you everyone for being such a great audiences. That's all from me. I'm Stephanie. Back to the MC.
Thank you very much, Stephanie. Now let us proceed to the next speaker. And now to our fifth speaker. He is a bold and an adventurous student who's ready to share his stories in the stage. Coming up to the stage, Ken Elston. Ken Elston. Discipline. Discipline, Ken Elston.
Hello. Do you know discipline? Discipline is the key to achieve a success. So I want to tell a story. So the success is not an instant. You must melewati rintangan. And what is discipline? Discipline as a student is collect assessment, come to school earlier, and obey the school rules. So, what my topic say discipline, because I want to remember you, because I see, because I terlambat go to the school, I see many student terlambat juga like me. So you think me is discipline? No, wrong, because discipline is tell us to do. Discipline tell us to do earlier, but the success can you get by your kerja keras and what nih? Discipline can motivate you. Many success men in there say discipline and hard work. What is hard work? Hard work is do the hard thing and kerja keras. So if you want success, you must do the hard thing. What is the hard thing? The hard thing is yourself, because if you cannot control yourself, you cannot do anything. The example is you want to be a success person in one city, but you every day only sleep and eat. Can you be a success man? No, because success man the people can success with the usaha, because if you're only sleep or eat, you cannot be a success. So discipline tell us to do what we can and motivate us. So don't be lazy to do anything if you want to be a success. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ken. And now we would like to hear from the evaluators. Let's welcome the first evaluator, Miss Lala.
Well, let's give a big round of applause for Ken Elston. First thing first, Ken Elston, thank you very much for showing up on stage this morning. Miss Lala is really, really, really proud of you. Yay! Okay, Ken Elston, I know that the decision to come and deliver your speech on stage has never been an easy decision to take. However, you still choose courage over fear. You still choose to conquering the stage with all the things you can do. And that is the thing that I deeply appreciate from Ken Elston this morning. And then, Ken Elston, thank you so much also for bringing up such an interesting and relatable topic. Discipline is actually a very relatable topic to most of the audiences here. So I believe that this topic will be an interesting one and can connect to the audiences actually. However, Ken, here are few spices to make your speeches in the future even more powerful. The first thing first, your speech structure. Ken Elston, in every speeches, we are preparing for our well-arranged speeches with an opening, body, and conclusion. So what Miss Lala has observed from Ken's performance just now is that Ken has been good in opening the speech with the question that will grab the audience's attention. However, Ken is missing in the part of telling deeper stories and personal experiences about the discipline itself. So at first, I thought that you are going to tell us the journey of your discipline, like how you used to not be a so disciplined person and how your efforts, your struggles, and make yourself better in terms of your discipline. But Ken didn't put these kind of things, and I believe it will be more powerful if we put our own stories to connect with the audiences deeper. And then the second thing is that I observed that there are several repetitive body language during Ken Elston on stage. So it was the repetitive movement in the part of the legs and then also the hand gestures that can be improved. So my humble suggestion is to practice in front of the mirror and see yourself, how you bring up yourself in front of the mirror and use your hands to only emphasize the important parts of your speeches. And last but not least is that practices makes a habit. What makes someone become a good speaker is a matter of practices. So I believe Ken knows exactly how much you've been through with your practices, and with more efforts, with more efforts and opportunities to practice yourself, to prepare yourself, you will be even ready, even better in conquering the bigger stage. So thank you very much for taking the opportunity today, Ken.
for sharing your valuable thought, Miss Lala. Now let us turn to the second evaluator, Miss Angel. Sir Lutfi.
Okay, good morning again. Ken, Alison, you know what, Ken? The Ken that I see today on this stage is not the same Ken as I first saw in Kepercayaan School. You're now more confident than ever. So congratulations on that. Please give a big round of applause to Ken Alison. Ken Alison, I really like your speech today. I really like
the message of it. It reminds us again that success doesn't come from what we do occasionally, but it comes from what we do consistently. Right, Ken? Alright, Ken, by that said, so you have a very great speech theme today. I really like your speech, and I believe in delivering a successful speech, we need to do also practice consistently. So we need to be also very disciplined in our practice, as Miss Lala also shared. So practice is the key. I believe by you just lack of practice. I believe with more practice you can do better than this. You can do it more comfortably. And one other thing that I would like to highlight is about opening, which is also very important in a speech. Which opening is something that you first say, and it's very crucial in a speech because it builds your whole speech. So I noticed that your speech was lack of energy, so the rest of your story will lack of energy as well. So in the future, when you're about to deliver a speech, give more energy in the opening especially, because by that you can build you can continue your speech with full of energy as well. So Ken, with practicing more discipline in your practice, and also put more attention in the opening, I believe you can be better public speaker. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for your kind and constructive words, Sir Lutfi. Now we would like to invite the third evaluation from the floor. Please welcome Danielo Rich Davelin Sebaya.
Marvelous, Ken. One word, marvelous. Let us give Ken a big round of applause once again. So, from what I heard from you, you have a great confidence. I can imagine the pressure of being on the stage. Me, myself, as an evaluator, cannot have such confidence to be on stage. And also, as an evaluator, my evaluation towards you is not the same as other evaluators. But surely, it could make you understand. So, from my perspective, you have done a great job. But in that job, you lack something. First of all, you did the speech right. You have a great mind. But you did it with small sentences. And then you blank. But I can feel your potential. Maybe one day I can see you in the big leagues of public speaking.
Thank you. Hello, and Ken, now you may go back to your seat. And audience, now we have 1 minute of silence. Ini maksudnya mau dulu.
Winnya gimana ya? Udah terserah.
Udah dulu nanti di apa kan? Iya ya.
Ini sedang kita tunggu.
Ini bikin ke atas meja satu. No need to check, no need to check. Next up, to our 6th speaker. She is a confident, passionate, and eager to every stage opportunities. Coming up to the stage, Queen Sha Lovely Rea. Queen Sha Lovely Rea. The unverified case of magical thinking. The unverified case of magical thinking, Queen Sha Lovely Rea.
Sprinkle, sparkle, splash is born. Why isn't this apple turning into a cat? Okay, let me try
teacher was talking about the graduation clothes that her and her friends would wear later. At that time, she still didn't realize that 2 months left till graduation. When she got home, she checked on the calendar. Now it is March, so we graduated in the first week of June. She was really shocked. At that moment, she thought about magic again. She thought, if I were a witch, I will make me and my friends graduated in December. Or I will ask time to stop while I'm in junior high school. Then suddenly, she remembered her magic wand. Sprinkle, sparkle. But in the middle, she realized her father was right. Magic is not real. Even if she tried to use magic on time, it won't work in the end. After that all, she realized that this world isn't a fairy tale. There is no magic wand to stop time. There is no spell to change reality. People grow up, friends come and go, and every moment slowly become a memory. What once felt endless will eventually come to an end. And so, she learned to accept it. Not with magic, but with her. Because the most powerful thing we have in this world is not a magic. It's the people we meet along the way and the memories we create. I'm Quincha, the little witch from the story. Sprinkle, sparkle, splashes, blue, back to the MC.
Thank you very much, Quincha. This is the first time you use properties in Speak Up Summit. Now, allow me to invite the first evaluator, Miss Lala.
Quincha, even if you are not a witch, a real witch, but today you have bewitched me with your amazing performances. Please give a big hand for Quincha Lovely. Well, Quincha Lovely, I really love how Quincha finally transforming to become a better and even better storyteller. We as audiences can definitely see how Quincha grow and tell your story with confidence and comfort, and that makes us feel so connected with your story. I would like to highlight several things that I really appreciate from your wonderful speech today. The first is the opening. Well, it was like an interesting and an engaging opening that you put the role play. Not really common opening, but it could make the audiences wonder, like, what is the real story which is going to deliver to us? So it grabs the audience attention fast. So it's the things that is a plus point that we can see from your performance today. Good job, Quincha. And then I am personally captivated of your delivery in a whole pack. So let me say that how you try to make a really intentional body language during your performances. I can observe how Quincha put your hands very thoroughly, like you only emphasize in several things that you need, and it makes the audiences feel more comfortable seeing you on stage. And I love how you put your position in order to tell the motion of the stories. Like you start your speech in the middle, and you are stand still with that position, and you are moving when it's time to the conflict itself to your right side, to your right side, and then you are also moving to the next to the other side of the stage to tell another part of your story. So it helps us to be more connected. And then also, I love how Queen Sha tries to be very communicative with your face. So you are very good with your facial expressions actually. So this is a storytelling, and it combines your real life story into your imagined story about being a witch. And you can actually picture how several parts of your speeches and making your expressive face and amplify your speeches even more. And then the last thing for the things that I love is your speech structure. It is such a well-adjusted and well-structured speech today. Thank you very much. A great opening, a very well-packed body, and then you close it with a powerful message as well. However, Prinsha, there is only 2 points that I would love you to maybe consider to put in the future in order to have a more comfortable and wonderful videos in the future. The first thing is your eye management. So I realize that you try to communicate very well with your eyes. However, your eyes move slightly too fast from for example, from the right side to the left side. So it is maybe considered for you to have a little pause when you look at the audience in the eye. So don't let your eyes move too fast in order for you to really get your audiences into your stories. And then the second thing is that what I pay attention is there are several parts that you try to make your vocal become very you play with your tone, which is really good. However, it is sounded not clear in several parts, especially when you put your tone a little bit down. So for me personally, it makes me unclear to hear the words that you are trying to say. Like, can we practice more with your pronunciation and to make it even more clearer to the audiences? So even though you play with your tone, sometimes it is high, sometimes it is low, it will still be well managed for the whole pack of the speeches. However, I am so captivated with how far you've grown to today, and I cannot wait to see Queen Sha in the bigger stage in the future. Thank you very much. Back to the MC.
Thank you for your honest and helpful feedback, Ms. Lala. And now we proceed to the second evaluator, Ms. Angel.
So hi, a very beautiful day everyone. Today, so if you feel like Queen performance moved your heart and you feel impressed by her overall performance, so friends, this is stage time. This is stage time, not overnight. We have been witnessing Queen performance for ages, not only 3 years in junior high school. So Queen, your performance today was truly impressive. I am moved, I am touched, and again, what you need to remember is that finally, I feel like Queen found, genuine enjoyment in delivering speech. Like no rush, not trying to fake yourself. You just feel comfortable delivering the speech. And it really shows by how you can move, you can implement stage act, okay? If we can witness and check on Queen videos few years ago, oh, this is impressive. And Queen look, relax and connect to the audience. And then, Queen, you need to really aware that your confidence has grown so much, and I believe it is not only in public speaking area, but you mentally getting to understand things better. You through time would be able to accept yourself fully. And I really hope that today's performance not letting you feel up in the sky. You are allowed to celebrate progress, Queen. And I hope that today's achievement
will bring you to more willingness to improve, to stay grounded, and to always take up any stage time that already given in front of your eyes. Whenever there is stage time, just say yes. Just say yes. Just to add a bit, just to make Queen performance even stronger, add from what Miss Lala has shared, just a small seasoning for improvement, that it is very crucial to know where we speak and to whom we speak. So know your audiences. You know, at this particular event that you are becoming the fifth speaker, right? The fifth speaker, where you know the vibe that everyone getting bored or they make noise. Yeah, I'm glad that it doesn't disturb you, but somehow just to make it more powerful, Queen can actually just stand for about 10 seconds, because you're gonna do stage act, right? For the opening, you can do screening to the audience. Enjoy, they clap, they still, have some noise. With this 10-second pause and eye screening to the audience, and you start, it will make a meaningful and powerful opening, Queen. Overall, Queen, very well done. Keep nurturing this enjoyment and confidence, because that what will continue to make you shine on stage. So keep shining, my lovely Queen. Back to you.
Thank you for your insightful evaluation, Miss Angel. And now, it is time to hear the opinion from the evaluator from the floor. Please welcome the evaluator from the floor, Diandra Al-Asla.
Queen Shah, today I will evaluate your speech, and here is what I do like and what I would like you to improve in your next stage. What I do like about your speech is that it is a really teratur gitu. Jadi so it is it feels nyaman didengar. apa ya, kayak it's enak aja gitu didengar. And I love your vocal intonation. You sound like a witch. And I would like to suggest you to when you speak, there is a time when you want to change your vocal intonation, and it feels like it's terpaksa gitu. Jadi diusahakan lebih di ituin. Thank you.
excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, because if you see like a child, if you have a little sibling, and if they're on their iPhones or iPads, they're scrolling through TikTok or YouTube Shorts, they're watching these AI brainwash videos. That's pretty bad because it can actually shorten your attention span. If you watch too much of it, it can make you dumber. And like similar to what Ms. Wara said, like science, biology, the radiation from the screen on the iPhone, if you watch too much of it, can like hurt your eyes. That's pretty bad for you. And it's not just bad for us, it's bad for the environment. Because there's these facilities, they're called AI data centers. It's how it houses these giant CPUs, computers that allow you to like make your simple request for ChatGPT. But the problem is, these data centers can actually get pretty hot a lot of the time, so they're going to need to consume a lot of energy, a lot of electricity, and especially water. So much water, in fact. I've heard even a simple request that it can give to ChatGPT can cost up to like millions of gallons of water each day. Millions of gallons of water being consumed by these CPUs, these data centers every day. And these AI hardware can only last usually only last like 2 to 5 years before it gets replaced by this newer, stronger tech. And that's pretty bad because if these hardware isn't recycled properly, they can let out a bunch of these toxic elements like lead, mercury. They can actually get into the ground and the water and contaminate them. It's pretty bad. And a lot of these facilities are actually located in places where there isn't enough water to drink. So, it's pretty bad for us. And just a little suggestion. If you want to do your homework, if you want to copy up of something, maybe use something that doesn't require a crap ton of energy, water to like ask a couple questions. Maybe just ask a human, maybe get a tutor, perhaps. Just saying. I think that'll be all for me.
Suruh hidupin nanti.
Please give a warm welcome to the first evaluator, Sir Lutfi.
Okay, good morning, Govan. Okay, so first of all, Govan, I would like to also thank you for showing up on the stage today. I know it's not an easy thing to do for you to be able to take this opportunity to say yes to show up on stage. Please give a big round of applause to John Govan right now. Govan, I know this is your first time speaking in front of the people on the big stage like this. I know it must be a nerve-wracking moment for you. It reminds me to my first stage as well, because I know how nervous I was, and I believe you were also very nervous. And yet you also seems very excited delivering your speech. However, because you are too excited, you are too nervous, your heart beat faster, and it makes you deliver your speech faster. So you speak faster, and I noticed that it makes me, especially as the audience, didn't really get what you say because you talk so fast. So, in my humble suggestion, you could work on working on the pacing on your speech, so not too
fast when you're talking so that everyone can really absorb what you want to convey, what is your message. So that's one thing. I noticed also in the opening, you explained about the thing on your chest, right? And I was questioning, what is the relation with your speech, right? I thought there's some of relation of that, but I hope that in the next project you can be more straightforward to what message you want to convey to the audience. So not letting the audience questioning like, so what's that? What's the relationship between those things with the speech, right? And that's about it. One more thing I want to add is you talk about artificial intelligence. You told us about the facts of it, the articles, information about all this artificial intelligence. And you know what, Govan? I believe to make it more engage more audience, to make more of your story, your point of view about artificial intelligence. What is about it? What is artificial intelligence and what you do the artificial intelligence? So that's all about my feedback for you, Govan. Overall, it's nice to have you today on the stage. I really look forward to your next speech. Thank you.
Wow, Govan, thank you for having the courage to share your story on this stage today. I still remember the very first time you joined public speaking class, and especially during table topics, you were still finding your footing, right? Like trying to figure out things. But seeing you now having the initiative and courage to step onto the stage is something that I am truly proud of, Govan. And I believe that this moment, as this is the first time, this moment definitely feels like a meaningful milestone for you, right? Being witnessed by 100 audiences, friends, shows growth. So it is a skill, but it is about your willingness to challenge yourself outside your. This is where progress. What Miss highlight. I don't have many comments. Again, opportunity Govan. Public speaking. One time, or 2 times, and then we gain. So practice, the more confidence you will keep looking for any opportunity to add your stage time and opportunity and I hope often stay inspired to continue public speaking skills. So keep going, Govan. Well done. So
thank you for your feedback, Miss. It's time to hear from the floor. Please welcome.
Hah? Cek deh. Enggak.
Let's. Alright. So here Govan give us amazing speech in front of all of us in here, and this is his first big stage in his life. So, give a big applause for John Gov. The second is you doing your speech in class. Fast. You just like rapping in there like Kanye West, you know. In speech, you have to control your stage and yeah, chill. And maybe your vocal clarity is cannot I hear it. Also, you in some part you have like some repetitive words that you use. You can avoid that. I think you just need a powerful speech to be better. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Bumi. And Sir John Govan, you may now go back to your seat. Fellow friends, we will now take a 5-minute break to use toilet. This break is a toilet break. No one is allowed to eat the snacks during the break. Thank you, and please be back on time. See you in 10 minutes. 5 minutes! Almost every time. sudah kelas 2. Kelas 2